Hey everyone, it's Lynnea here for LDRS Creative, and today I'm going to be using the Holiday Floral 6x8 stamps to create almost like a background patterned paper. So this stamp set you can use to build up a little sprig to create a wreath, or you can create a tree. I'm kind of going to be doing neither. I'm just wanting to fill up the corners of my piece of cardstock and just create a nice diagonal pattern. So I'm starting with the largest piece of the tree, the one that's kind of the outline of the greenery, but I'm actually stamping this in pink. This is Fandango. This is my favorite LDRS Creative pink ink, so you can see my ink pad's getting a little bit dry. That's okay though. I'm just going to stamp this multiple times to build up that color. That's one of the great things about the hybrid inks, is because it has that dye ink quality. You can stamp this multiple times and the color will build upon each other. I've lined up the second layer and I'm going to stamp this with Soft Kisses. This is going to fill in that greenery layer. So I wanted to have a dark outline with a lighter inside. Traditionally, if you were using this as a tree, as it's intended to be used, you would probably use a dark green and a light green for these layers, but I happen to love pink at Christmas time, so that's why I'm using pink. I have the flowers now. This is the base of the flowers, and I'm using Swimming Hole. This is a really pretty light blue ink. So again, I'm going to take advantage of the hybrid ink quality where you can stamp this multiple times and get kind of the same color but a different shade. So I stamped that 3 times to deepen that shade, and now I'm using dark wash jeans. This is such a pretty navy color. I love this color, so that's what I use for the centers. Now I didn't line this up quite right when I was stamping, and so I want to cut off just that part where it kind of looks a little strange. That one pink sprig doesn't come all the way to the bottom. So I'm going to make sure that I cut that all the way off, and then I'm going to do a bit of extra trimming just to make sure that I have even layers. I didn't want to have a wonky sized layer here. So I ended up cutting off 1/4 inch of each side, so a 1/2 inch total. So I need to do that with the other sides too, just to make sure that everything's nice and even. I chose my sentiment that I'm going to use, and I'm going to be using the Wishing You a Very Merry Christmas word die. I want to make sure that my background paper that I'm going to use, as well as my sentiment, perfectly coordinates with my stamping. I don't love colored cardstock. I don't have a lot of it. Instead, I like to use a direct-to-paper inking technique, as you see me doing here. So I'm using the Soft Kisses ink. This is the lighter pink that I used, and I am just going direct to paper, smushing that right on. And you can see this looks really dark and saturated now, but as that color kind of fades back and really goes into the cardstock, it'll get a bit lighter. You can see here after I did my die cutting, it's already a couple shades lighter. So I cut out that Wishing You a Very Merry Christmas from my faux colored cardstock. I cut out the backer from white, and then I just layered all of these pieces together. That's it. This is super quick, super simple, and I love showing you guys different ways to use your products, like that Holiday Floral stamp set, using it just to create a simple little background. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. As always, I have listed and linked all of the LDRS Creative products that I used in my video description below. Thanks again. I'll see you soon. Bye.